Okay.
Okay, sorry. Good afternoon to all, and welcome to today's webinar entitled Discovering Estonian Early Childhood Education. I am Ruth Mansueto, Deputy Head at St. Joseph Mater Boni Consigli School, Paula, and I will be your host for this webinar this afternoon. First of all, thanks and welcome to Miss Jana Maria Kusik from Parnu Kesklinna Kindergarten, Miss Kristi Vore, the head of New Kindergarten Kroll, Mr. Rasmus Gross, CEO and co-founder of Ellis, who will be presenting today, as well as Dr. Vella, head of school of St. Joseph Mater Boni Consigli School, Paula, and who is also non-resident ambassador of Malta to Estonia and Finland, who is also the key person behind today's initiative. Thanks also go to you, the participants, for joining us today for yet another webinar. Before starting, let me just give you some guidelines. For the duration of the presentations, your mics will be muted. After the presentations are over, there will be the opportunity for you to ask questions. If you would like to receive the certificate of participation, kindly follow the link provided in the chat and complete the form, which will be sent in due course by my colleague, Miss Alexia. May I now invite Dr. Kenneth Vella to deliver his message. Over to you, Dr. Vella.
Thanks once again, Ms. Ruth. Good afternoon to all, and may I give a special thanks and a warm welcome to our guest speakers, Mr. Rasmus Gross, CEO and co-founder of Ellis, Jana Maria Kusik from Parnukeslinna Kindergarten. Ms. Kusik will be sharing her insights and experience how to best support children's development through play, yet provide structured learning. Kristi Vore, the head of NO Kindergarten Kroll. Ms. Vore will be talking about her work as a kindergarten director, focusing on team leadership. Mr. Rasmus Gross, CEO and co-founder of Ellis, will be sharing with us information about the platform Ellis, which is presently the leading kindergarten management platform that digitizes early childhood education. Today's webinar, Discovering Estonian Early Childhood Education, is another webinar in a series of webinars discussing early childhood education. This webinar discusses the importance of early childhood education, its implementation in Estonia from the perspective of the teacher. Additionally, insights regarding the organizational and leadership aspects of Estonian kindergartens will also be shared. This afternoon's webinar is being organized in my role as Ambassador of Malta to Estonia and Finland in collaboration with Elise. Because despite the geographical differences and distances between Malta and Estonia, these countries hold common values and aspirations as European partners. Malta and Estonia are both relatively small and historically young states in the European Union, yet both countries are making impressive headway economically. Bilateral relations between Malta and Estonia have never been as good as they are presently, and they are going from strength to strength, particularly in our field, in the field of education. Estonia has made massive progress in this field and has excelled in international tests in the past years. We congratulate, in fact, Estonia for the excellent results obtained once again in the PISA testing. This is therefore another opportunity to promote education and collaboration between Estonia and Malta even further. In February of 2022, in collaboration with the Education Estonian Authority, Education Estonia, we had the pleasure of spearheading the first webinar on early childhood education, jointly held by Education Estonia and my office, and the Education and Youth Board. Furthermore, in March last year, MEDAC, with the University of Malta, was honored to sign a Memorandum of Understanding with the Estonian School of Diplomacy. We are doing our utmost to promote our country in various regions of Estonia and establishing links not only with entities based in the Estonian capital city Tallinn, but also with others around the country, in other cities like Tartu, Saku, and Pärnu. Last week, we also facilitated a week-long visit for Foundation of Education Services officials in Pärnu. Another group of Maltese educators traveled to Pärnu and observed leadership styles of Estonian schools. From time to time, our school hosts and assists several Estonian educators to visit and observe various schools in Malta and are also given an insight into the Maltese education system. Today's session also complements other initiatives being taken with Estonia in the field of education, tourism, sport tourism, culture, gastronomy, and digital technology. So I will leave you in the capable hands of Ms. Ruth once again, whom I thank for coordinating today's webinar. Finally, special thanks goes also to Ms. Giselle Gatt, Mr. Julian Busattil, and Ms. Alexia Brinkau from our offices, and Mr. Rasmus from Elise for assisting in the organization of this webinar. Thanks once again.
Sorry for that. Thank you, Dr. Vella. May I now introduce Miss Jana Maria Kusik from Parnukes Klinna Kindergarten and Miss Kristi Fore from New Kindergarten Kroll, who will be presenting shortly. Miss Kusik is an experienced preschool teacher, and she will be discussing how to create a safe and stimulating environment in the kindergarten setting. Ms. Fore will be sharing her experiences from the perspective of a leadership position, and she will be talking about the importance of communication and collaboration. So, for now, over to you, Ms. Kusik and Ms. Fore.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Jana Maria, and I'm a kindergarten teacher from Estonia. I work in Pärnu City Center Kindergarten. It's located in the city center, and our kindergarten it is not very big one. We have 121 children, 12 teachers, 6 assistants, and 1 music teacher and 1 sport teacher. Also, we have a small management and chefs, and that's all. I would like to briefly introduce a little bit about our daily plan, but I would like to say that I, as a teacher, work with very small kids. They are under age of 3, so they are basically 1.5 and 2 years old. So I'd like to briefly introduce our daily plan. So we'll have an imagination when the parents come to the kindergarten with the children. What do we do and what do we provide for our children and our parents? So our kindergarten is open from 7 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening, approximately 12 hours. But because our group has very small children, then we are open from 7:30 till 7:30, so approximately 10 hours. At 7:30 till 8:35, children arrive to the kindergarten with their parents. They change clothes in the corridor, and they then enter the room to play. They have some free play time. At 8:30, my assistant comes to the kindergarten, who goes to the kitchen to bring food. And after she has done it, we are having breakfast at 8:35, approximately 30 minutes. So it doesn't take long. At 9:15, To 10 o'clock, there are basic study activities, learning, teaching children. And after that, we are going outside from 10:30 to 11:35. We have outdoor activities, sport activities, children free play. Also, 2 times a week, we have music lessons and sport lessons. And after that, we usually, when our sport activities are over outside, we go back to our room inside and are having lunch. It's also 30 minutes. And after that, we are having a quiet hour for 2 hours because our children are the smallest and they need to sleep a little bit longer than the older ones. So after sleeping, we wake up, then we have some light snack. It's not supper, but it's small snack before children are starting to going home. And after that, you can see we have small playtime, free time, and parents start to coming to kindergarten, pick their children, asking how the day was. We give some small feedback about child's day, and then they go home. So it's a light, small overview, and this is the plan that we use every day with our colleagues at work. So now I would like to speak about how I teach my smallest children and what kind of methodics I am using. Our teaching studies or activities are followed by national curriculum for preschool education, child care instructions. And in our kindergarten, we have our own curriculum. Usually, when we do our morning activities, we have a small morning routine. We move and dance with our children to wake them up before they have to focus, think, and sit a little bit and listen to the teacher. Usually we sit in the circle. We make, when there are more children, we have bigger circle. Then when there are not so much, the circle is a little bit smaller. We use chairs or cushions. And before we start our study activities, we have one traditional poem that we are reading. I would like to introduce it also to you. Firstly, I would like to read it in Estonia. It's a very small, short one, and I have made a translation in English so you would understand what we are teaching and reading with our children. So in Estonia, our small poem will be like that. So we'll hear some Estonian language. Tere, armas sõber väike, täna jälle särab päike. Särab toas ja särab õues, särab naaskelnoka põues. And the translation in English is like that. Hello, dear little friend. Today the sun is shining. It shines in the room, it shines outside, and it shines in your heart. So it's very small, simple, warm poem. And I mentioned before Naaskelnok. It's the name of the group where I work. It's actually a bird. In English, it is called a spoonbill. This kind of bird, it has white and black feathers, and we have in our kindergarten, we have funny names in our groups. We have spoonbill, then butterflies, and all kind of nature called groups. So after we have read our traditional poem, we usually show some pictures or read stories to my children. Then we discuss, talk, ask questions. Those children who are a little bit more fluent in speaking, they can cooperate with teacher, but because they are so small, a lot what is helping are pictures, different toys, materials. I sing to my children. We use musical instruments to music and to sing and make music together. We have very good music teacher, and she's always eager to help, to collaborate, to learn some musical instruments, and also to keep up their interest, because our morning routine takes 20 minutes. But basically, I have noticed that in this age, under 3 years old, children can focus approximately 7 to 10 minutes. So after that, if I see that children are having lack of interest to the studies, I usually change my plans. I make some games, or as I before mentioned, we play, or I sing to them. Or one good thing that helps is I make sometimes for them puppet show using puppets, and sometimes even we cook. We have different study themes. For example, what my children like very much is about healthy food, how to cook some food, and sometimes we have the opportunity in our kindergarten kitchen to go and make some food. For example, in Christmas we have a very good and very nice tradition to bake gingerbreads, and children can create some gingerbreads on their own. So these are the basic knowledge that I do with my small children, because their age is so small, they are so young, and we take it as I say, step by step, because they have been in my group for 4 months. They came to me in August, when they just started going to the kindergarten. So approximately 4 to 6 months they have just been adjusting to the kindergarten teaching system and understand what they have to do in the kindergarten every day when they come. But now, for me, the most important topic for me as a teacher is child assessment development. At least once a year, me and my colleagues who I work with in the group, we conduct a development conversation with our parents to give feedback on the child development and learning outcomes. We clarify to the parents their views and expectations regarding the child's development. So the conversations we are having once a year, and they are approximately for 1 hour, and we talk all about all what we do. We have assessment table. There are 4 domains. We have, I would like to mention those 4 domains that we are having. First one is child's cognitive development. After that comes emotional and social development, physical development, and self-regulation skills. And we assess also daily. Our assessment is a part of daily educational and pedagogical process. We carry out different observations based on a specific plan, and we observe our children during daily routines, during free play, and as well as in different activities which are guided by the teacher. Also, all results about conversation are documented in accordance with the conditions of set out in the Personal Data Protection Act. So also we give everyday feedback to parents about child development, and as before mentioned, from teaching and morning routine exercises. So now I would like to talk about how we collaborate with our colleagues through our work. And what do? We are very close to each other, and the most important what we do, we talk a lot, we discuss different problems, we solve problems, we conduct performances, reviewing how a child's day was in the kindergarten. We make a lot of documents, plans, for example, we have month plans, week plans. We discuss how children behave through the day, were there any problems that needs to be solved, and what we have to talk about with parents about sometimes disagreements. We provide feedback to parents through the Elise platform, and usually we have a lot of teacher councils and training, so we all take place there, we go there. And that's basically all what we do. And yes, we talk every day. The talking is most important for us because we trust each other very much and we care about children, and we want for our children only the best. So not least important, our parents, because they trust us, because their children are brought for a whole long day to the kindergarten. And as I before mentioned, in child development assessment, the feedback is the most important what we do. But mostly in the days when parents come in the evening to have the children, then we have small short feedback. They ask how the day was, and then we say, was it good, bad? We have to provide negative feedback, positive feedback. Of course, all parents would like to hear only positive feedback, but sometimes it is necessary also to provide them with negative feedback, but it's not much. So we always tell them that you don't have to worry about anything. We are here to help you, solve you. We are family, and everything is okay. No worries. So we have different events in our kindergarten in Estonia. We have Christmas party in December. We have Father's Day in November. Now in April is coming Easter. And in May, we have Mother's Day. And in our kindergarten, we have a kindergarten anniversary. Last year, our kindergarten turned 50 years old. So it's a big number. And also we talk about diseases. So we kindly ask our parents not to bring their children when they are getting ill because their immune system is weak. And as I previously mentioned, that all children are very important for us, and we try to collaborate in a very positive way with our parents. Rasmus told me to speak a little about Elise platform, so I won't take much time about talking Elise. So I would briefly say, why do I use Elise and for what? Usually I use Elise for information to mark the children who come to the kindergarten, and to make my teaching and study activities, making plans. One time a week, me and my colleague, we have to write feedback to all our children who go to our group. We have 16 children in our group. So for all children, we have to write feedback once a week, and usually we write it on Friday. So then we make this feedback visible for parents, and parents can read, and if they're having some further questions, we usually answer and ask if there are something else that we can do. So basically, yes, I use Elise to check for some information or to mark children. So it doesn't usually take a lot of time for me to spend my time in Elise, and I don't do anything much there. And now some facts why I've decided to become a kindergarten teacher. I have been almost over 10 years as a kindergarten teacher. And for me, the most important are children, children, children. If I haven't liked children, I would have never go to become a kindergarten teacher. Although I have 3 higher educations, I have master's degree in child welfare education, and I'm a translator, have finished English philology, but I decided to become a kindergarten teacher because children are all to me. I think that I have some connection with the children. You can't come and work in the kindergarten if you don't like children. It's my honest opinion. Also, what I like, the co-workers, the colleagues are very friendly, supportive. We have long vacations in summer. Kindergarten teachers usually rest in summer, in June, July, or in August. To mention the salary, it's quite good. It's even very well for me. And I really like when parents come and acknowledge you with kind words. And this is heartwarming for me. And I never doubt in my decision that I decided to come and work in the kindergarten. And of course, there are challenges in my job. We have to survive from those challenges. And I put some of the, in my opinion, for me, those biggest challenges what are connected with my job. And you have to have very good communication skill. You have to be brave. You have to have the skill to speak very well with the parents, with all other colleagues, grown-ups. You have to have very good personal skills solving different problems. For example, you must be able to communicate very well with parents, so they don't misunderstand you. For example, there might be different situations when we misunderstand each other. And sometimes you may have very long working days, but for me, it's not the challenge in my group where I'm working. But I think this is a small overview of my work as a kindergarten teacher. And later, when you are having questions, I'm eager and will answer to all of your questions, what you would like to know about my job or something what is connected with development or other things. And I thank you very much all for listening. This is my first performance in Zoom to speak about my job. I have never done it in this kind of environment, so thank you all that I had this super opportunity to be here with you today. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Jana-Maria, for this amazing presentation. I will soon talk about also who I am. My name is Rasmus, by the way, and I'm the CEO of Belize. So thank you again for introducing me. But I just wanted to say thank you so much, Jana-Maria, for presenting your views as a teacher, and I was excited to learn about your daily activities and the way you approach children in the kindergarten. But the next one who will talk about their kind of work and perspective is an amazing headmaster from Estonia called Kristi, and the kindergarten where she works is quite far away from the kindergarten where Jana-Maria works. So go ahead, Kristi. Tell us about your work as a headmaster in the kindergarten.
Thank you, Rasmus. In a moment, I will share my slides and then I will start. So, good evening for everybody. Thank you, Jana-Maria, for interesting overview of your work. and now I will introduce my work a little bit. And I am Kristi Voore from South Estonia, from Nõo. This is place from near Tartu city, if you know. And I will tell you today a little bit about the work as a kindergarten principal. Our institution is not so small, but not so big as well. In Estonia, the field of early childhood education increasingly applies a management structure where one leadership oversees kindergartens located in several different buildings. Our institution as well has been in constant change and growth. And currently, we are in a phase where a small kindergarten located in a separate building is joining the larger kindergarten where I am working already 13 years. And in these two buildings, two kindergartens, which will be soon one institution, we are working right now on it. There are 256 children, aged 1.5 to 7 years. And the kindergarten has been operating already 43 years. While originally we started with 4 groups, it has grown now to 14 groups. And the composition of the groups is based on the children's age. There are care groups for children who are under 3 years old. There are same age groups where all children in the group are at the same age, like 3 years old, 4 years old, or so on. And there are mixed age groups where children are from different ages in the same group. When we are talking about the care groups, mostly 14 children are in one group, but with the permission of PROD, there are allowed 16 children as well. For the groups where are same age children, there are places for 20 children mostly, but with permission, there can be maximum 24 children. And when we are talking about mixed age groups, there in some groups we can have 20 children, with permission also 24 if it's necessary. And in some groups where very young children are also involved, like 2 to 7 years, we can have 18 children, or if we very much need space and places, then we can ask permission and take 20 children to this group. One moment. The learning activities in kindergarten are based on the national curriculum, on the basis of what is composed the kindergarten curriculum. And kindergarten curriculum emphasizes the importance of creativity, the importance of supporting individual growth, and the need for integration and implementation of the games in learning activities. We think that the game is very important part of the childhood. Team management and collaboration, a little bit about that. Our team structure. We have dispersed team. It means we locate in different locations. We have 66 employees, and who are our team members, you can read from here. We have teachers, assistants, teacher aides, physical education teachers, music teachers, speech therapists, special education teacher, healthcare worker. One moment. head of studies, principal, support staff, the person who is responsible for conducting lessons focused on one child, substitute staff, development supporter for children with special educational needs, cleaners, caretakers, and support staff and substitute staff as well. And if you think who is substitute staff, then we have few employees who are working in different groups in our kindergarten. For example, when teacher aides or assistants are missing from work, then substitute staff will go to that group and help the team members to work on this day with kids. And support staff we have for special for children who are with special needs. If some children need special support, then support person personally will help these children to be in the group and take part of their activities. And also we have this staff with a long name, the person responsible for conducting lessons focused on the one child. This is a more pedagogical person, like support staff for one children who has educational needs different from others, and she will support this child individually whole day in the kindergarten. Assistants and teachers' aides will be referred to as assistant teachers starting from September 2025, based on the applicable early childhood education law. Qualification requirements will apply to the position of assistant teacher as well. Until now, there are no qualification requirements, but from September, they will be important for us. Team management and collaboration. Main forms of team collaboration. Pedagogical council. Approximately 6 or 7 times a year we will meet and discuss all important issues what are concerned about pedagogical issues. Also, one form for collaboration is working in small topic groups. We have in kindergarten a lot of small groups which are dealing with certain topics like curriculum development or health issues or environment and so on. Also, we have annual personal collaboration discussions which with each employee. It means that head teacher and principal have personal time for each employee, approximately 1 hour to discuss about his or her work and the needs he or she will have in his job. And then the employee can make the suggestions what could be made better for better work in these institutions. And in each year we have this kind of discussions with our employees, all employees that are working in our kindergarten. Also, in some cases, we use personal counseling. If there are some issues employee have and she needs help, then head teacher and principal will have several meetings with employee and counsel how to deal with this situation. And if it's necessary, then some other colleagues are also invited to this counseling, or maybe parents as well, if the issue is concerning to them also. And also we have, if it's necessary, group counseling. In kindergarten, we have 14 groups. Each group has a small team. So if this team needs counseling, then we take time for them and discuss the issues what are important to them at this moment and help them get some ideas and solve these issues. Collaboration with the local municipality. The local municipality is very important partner for the educational institution, and how we mainly collaborate. Daily cooperation in budget management is very important, and daily communication as well. We discuss all important issues with the local municipality representative, and we have regular meeting, mostly twice a month or more, with the heads of educational institution in the area and the director of the education department. In these meetings, we always discuss all important issues that are important at this moment in educational institutions at our area. And the education department director can help us or be aware of the issues that are in this area right this moment. So this is very useful. We have done it, I think, 5 or 6 years already, and we very much appreciate that the director of the education department has taken this time for us. So we feel that we as institutions are more listened, and we have opportunity to share our important questions. Local municipality representative is in the supervisory board, and the meetings held at least 4 times a year. Also, we give a monthly report to local government, like working time tracking, overview of the usage of preschool places, and so on. Once a year, we have to do also written annual report, and once after every 3 years, we have to give internal evaluation report to local government. And of course, we collaborate in preparation and approval of the institution development plan for the next 3 or 5 years. Collaboration with the ministry. Participation in information sessions. Ministry take the information sessions, and the principals of all educational institutions can take a part of them. And the meetings have become more frequent in light of the new early childhood education law, because in autumn there will be a new law what we have to take in our work. So there are a lot of meetings where ministry is explaining for us how to understand these changes in the law. Also, there is opportunity to get advising in specific issues. We can write to ministry representative or call, mostly write. And if it's necessary, we have to provide explanations in case of complaints. And the ministry give us guidelines for action in emergencies if it's necessary. Also, we have to give overview of changes in data regarding children and pedagogical staff. Every month we have to confirm that the data is correct in the website where we have to share it. Challenges as a principal of kindergarten. Some I have written here, but of course there are more of them, but some that I think I can mention. One challenge is managing a team which locates in a different buildings, because team is quite big, and it's important that principal find the ways how the team members can share with each other ideas and how they can grow as one. One challenge as well is the managing a lot of small teams. As I said, we have 14 groups, and each group have small team. There is teacher assistant, teacher aide, maybe support person, 3 or 4 team members who have to work as one. And sometimes they need some managing if they have some troubles in solving the issues by themselves. And then the principal and head teacher has to be involved as well. Challenge is implementing inclusive education as well, sometimes, because in each group we may say we have children with special needs, 1 or 2. We all are some way special, but in education we can say that we have some children in the group, and in that way that some employees need support how to deal with this situation, that some children in group need special support. So here again, the principal has to be aware what problems are in group and how I can support the teacher or assistants in the group to solve this kind of challenges with children or with parents as well. As I said, in autumn, the new law will be what we have to take in our work, and implementing changes to the preschool law is also a challenge for us, because there are a lot of changes regarding to that. And one challenge which will never end is continuous improvement and adoption of the children's growth environment. We try to make the kindergarten as good as we can as an environment, because the children will spend a lot of time from their childhood in kindergarten, and we think that it's important that they have a lot of different opportunities to express themselves. And there are some pictures of our kindergarten. There are pictures from group rooms where they spend a lot of time in the day. There are different pictures about group rooms. And as you may see that in rooms we usually have tables, desks, and places also where children can sleep, because as Jana-Maria said, in Estonia, children have opportunity to spend a long day in kindergarten. In our kindergarten from 7 to 6, and at the meantime they will have rest opportunities as well. Here we have music class, and in our kindergarten we have a lot of groups, but we have made this kind of system that groups will come to kindergarten in one room. They have the places for to put their personal stuff, and then they go each one to their group. So one big room where all children can put their clothes, what they need outside, and then go inside to have activities in group. Then we have some little spaces for relaxing, where maybe teacher can come with a few children if they need a quiet place, because sometimes in groups the noise is pretty loud. So there has to be some places in the building where a teacher or assistant can come with some children who need at this moment more quiet place. There I put one picture more about that. In our kindergarten, the walls are talking. And for example, here we show that nature is very important for us. And in this picture, all trees that are growing in our kindergarten yard are showed. Also, there is information about all the birds whom we have seen in our kindergarten's yard. And so teachers can teach children who and what is around of us. And we have a big yard in both kindergarten buildings where children have a lot of opportunities to play around the nature. A little bit about the lease also. We think that this is a useful tool for the pedagogical staff. We have used it several years already, and I see that the teachers can use it very effectively. They fill out their diary, they plan weekly and monthly schedules, they prepare school readiness cards. It means that if children is going to the school, finishing the kindergarten, then teachers will write that kind of cards where is information about what kind of skills the children have. And this is in all kindergartens in Estonia. We fill that kind of cards, so the parent can bring this card to school, and the teacher in school can read what already the children knows and what skills he has. Teachers provide feedback on the child's development and progress. As Jana-Maria said, also feedback maybe once a week or twice a month, how is agreed in this institution about each children. Then document and record activities with the children, so the parents can look what the child has done on the day in kindergarten. Also, teachers plan events, meetings, development discussions, and other activities in LEs, and they share photos, videos, and other materials for the group of the parents that if they would like to share them. And this tool is also important for the management, because it is possible to review an overview of the usage of preschool places. We can have monthly report from there. Also, we have overview of meal accounting, very specific. Also overview of each group documentation and compliance with requirements. And we can smoothly plan group openings and closures during quiet periods like school holidays or summer holidays. If the lot of kids are at home, then parents can let us know through this toolkit when they're gonna use the kindergarten place and when they are not going to use it. So we can make our plans by that. Also, staff work schedule is in this toolkit, and we can share important documents from the institution's perspective with staff and parents in a secure way. And also we can engage a written communication personally with some parents, certain groups of parents, or all parents at one time, and also with the staff members. So thank you for listening my overview. And if you have any questions then later I am ready to answer to them. Thank you. And I will give to Rasmus now.
Thank you very much, Miss Christie. That was very insightful. I will hand over to Mr. Rasmus so that he will give his perspective and maybe give us more insights how Ellie's platform can be used. Thank you so much.
Yes, hello also from my side. I already talked before, slightly. As I said, my name is Rasmus and I'm a CEO and co-founder of Elise. Again, thank you, Jana Maria, and thank you, Christy, for these amazing presentations. I always learn something new, and today also it was the case. You both mentioned Elise. Thank you also for that. Shortly, what is Elise? I will soon show you and share my screen with you so you can take a look. So I'm not gonna show you a presentation today. I'm gonna show you the actual platform itself and how it works a little bit. But Elise is a kindergarten management platform. The way we look at it, it's all-in-one platform, and it should and it does replace majority of the paperwork in the kindergarten. So the goal of the platform is to save time for a teacher, not to create additional work, and also save time for the headmaster. Elise was established already 11 years ago, so we have been active for a while now. And in Estonia, 90% of kindergartens use our platform. Elise is also widely used in Latvia, in Lithuania, and also in Poland. And because of the current global situation we are also helping out Ukrainian kindergartens, and I've been doing it from the beginning of the war. Elise is translated into, I think, 11 languages now, including English. So everyone can try it out in their own language. But now I will share also my screen. So Christy, if you could close your screen share, then I will share mine. And I will show you a little bit of what is inside of Elise. Maybe I can do it like that. Okay. Just a sec.
Is my screen still here? Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
sorry.
we
I think
are
it is.
seeing your
Yeah.
screen.
Now it's
Christy.
okay. I think. Yeah, it's okay. Now.
Should work just fine. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay, now you should be able to see my screen. Can you see it? Can you see Elise?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Amazing. So what you see here is the dashboard. This is something that when you log into Elise as a headmaster or as a teacher, you will get this kind of a quick overview what is happening in your kindergarten or in your group. And teachers or headmasters usually don't spend much time here. They usually move to the thing they actually want to do in our platform. And I will start with the most used function, which is a diary. Diary is something that almost all kindergartens, basically all kindergartens who use Elise use. There are many functions that some kindergartens use, some kindergartens don't use. It's up to the kindergarten to decide what kind of functions they want to use in Elise. For example, we have working schedule, which I think Kristi mentioned. I think up to 70% of kindergartens use it and 30% don't use it. So every kindergarten is very unique. They have their unique needs, and based on their unique needs, they use Elise slightly differently. So what is a diary? So it's a digital diary. A long time ago in Estonia, all kindergartens had these things called white diaries. It was on the paper, all kindergarten teachers filled it on the paper, and we had these big archive boxes and rooms where all the diaries were stored. And basically, parents were not able to see it much either because it was on the paper and in the group room. But the diary includes the description of the daily activity. So again, teachers fill it very differently. Some write long stories here of the activities they conduct with children. Some leave it very short. But again, teachers are different, kindergartens are different, so we don't dictate how they use Elise. In this daily diary, teachers are able to upload photos of the children, also the videos. So for example, these are some AI generated photos I just recently added here. And there's, for example, a photo activity. And also videos can be uploaded here. So the way the teacher works is that usually the teacher opens up the diary in the morning and they don't start writing the daily activity or the daily description here immediately. They actually scroll down here and they open up the attendance sheet where they mark absences of children or basically children come to the kindergarten in the morning and then they will mark them present or absent usually. And basically later in the day when the children are taking a nap, then usually a teacher spends some time and writes this daily description here and uploads some photos and videos. Only when teacher is fully finished and feels like everything what I wanted to add is here, the teacher will click on this tiny button here and then parents can also see it. Parents don't really use the web application, what I'm currently showing to you. They mostly use the mobile application. But of course, if parents want, they can use the web version also. So we have Elise available as a mobile application and as a web application, both. In the bottom here, you see the daily summary. Again, some kindergartens use it, some don't, but this is more as an internal use, meant for teachers to add a description of the, from the technical perspective, what kind of work they did. So some methods of teaching and things like that. So in some kindergartens, and actually in most kindergartens in Estonia, not all kindergarten teachers are working in the same group every day. So, for example, you have a teacher coming in today. It doesn't necessarily mean that this teacher knows exactly what happened yesterday. So the teacher can go back one day and see exactly what were the activities and what kind of methods were used to conduct different activities with children. In the bottom here, it's possible also to write personal feedback about each child individually that only the parents of that particular child will see. And there's a column next to it, which is personal feedback about the child, which parents don't see. For example, let's say that, and it's very easy to do. For example, Kevin, for example, you can write here that Kevin had an issue or argument with Kelly, for example. It wasn't really a serious thing, but you just want to note it here that there was this kind of issue. We don't really need to notify the parents about it yet, but other teachers should know about it. And maybe when we have a discussion with the parents later on, we can, bring it up that there were several cases where there were issues between these two children, and it's just like a note for like internal usage. But for the other column, whatever the teacher writes here is also visible for the parents. I'm not going to stop here for a long time. It's very basic kind of attendance sheet. You can mark like who's present, who is absent. Every kindergarten, by the way, can make their own absent and present types here. In that particular case, this demo kindergarten I'm currently showing you, it has present, it has absent, it has unannounced absent, and the sick, kind of 4 different options to choose from. But some kindergartens only have 2 options, and some kindergartens in Lithuania have 7 options, for example. So each kindergarten can set up Elise in a way that they feel they want to use it. It is very important to say that we don't define in Elise how kindergarten works. We try to make Elise as flexible as possible so it adapts to the kindergarten needs. So I will show you a couple of more functions which I think are important, and then you can ask questions from me or from Kristi or from Jana Maria if you would like to. Another very important part of teachers' work is planning teaching activities. And this is something that teachers do in the plans section here. We have different kind of plans. Jana Maria mentioned weekly and monthly plans that their kindergarten are using, but we have this thing called project plans, which is getting more and more popular in Estonia, because the way they work sometimes is that the teachers come up with certain topic together with the children and basically define a period and try to implement different learning activities into that topic. For example, currently I have opened up the weekly plan, and this weekly plan is about spring waking up. And this is something that teachers plan ahead. Usually they do like a couple of days before the new week starts together with other teachers, and they plan different kind of activities based on this weekly theme. And it's very easy to fill in. You just need to click on the field and write whatever you want to write. And teachers can collaborate here, edit each other's text. Very simple tool to use. When the weekly plan is finished, then it is possible also to publish it to the parents. So parents can also see what kind of activities are planned for the new week. This kind of template, what you can see, is customizable, and every kindergarten can make their own templates because, like I said, every kindergarten is different. So all these columns, all these topics, all these rows are like customly made by every kindergarten management. So kindergarten management will decide what kind of like the activity plans we have and create the structure, and then teachers are able to use the structure. So it is all structured, but based on the needs and the way the kindergarten works. And these plans are all kind of can be different. So plans is very important functionally, is also used widely by all teachers and also management. The next thing, which I'm not going to stop much here, it's messaging function. So basically it's possible to send messages to parents and teachers, and teachers can send messages even to other teacher, and the headmaster can send message to all parents at once. So it's this kind of communication tool we have in Elise. And this is not the only communication tool, actually. We have another one which is called announcements. And if you imagine, this is like an announcement board in the kindergarten. When you walk into the kindergarten, you see this wall quite often with kind of announcements which need to stick there for a while. Maybe the tuition fee will increase, for example, or although there's no tuition fee in Malta, I think, but if there is some changes with rules in the kindergarten, this is where you put it. So this is the announcement board we have. The working schedule for the teachers was already mentioned previously, but basically each kindergarten can decide how they use it. If teachers can modify their own working days or only it's like a management work, how to do it. All these kind of rules can be defined under the settings based on the kindergarten needs. but very easy. If you have used Google Calendar, it works the same way. Then we have event calendar. It also works like a Google Calendar. So you just need to click on a day and add these event details. And you can, in Elise, you can specifically choose who can see your event. You know, you can choose, is it for only like these 3 parents? You know, maybe there's some sort of meeting. Is it for the whole kindergarten to see? Is it for only teachers event? You know, maybe it's some training for the teachers. And when you have defined this, then other people don't see it. So we have made sure that the Elise is a very secure platform. So only the data which is meant for a person, this person will see. So it's protected from others. It's also a closed system, so you can't really share anything outside of from Elise. So, for example, there's a parent who would like to share a photo with a friend. You can't share a link from Elise for security reasons. Then we have an image gallery here where you can create albums and add photos here. So we have like events folder and, visit to the zoo. You can add a bunch of photos here and again, choose in the folder who can see it. So this is how it works. And of course, again, it works on the mobile application also. Documents, if you have used Google Drive, it works the same way. You can create photos, like folders and add documents here and share it with different parties. Then we have a food menu where you can upload a daily menu. It depends on the kindergarten. In Estonia, some kindergartens have their own kitchens where they prepare, some use catering service. And in some kindergartens, parents prepare the food and give it to the children to go. And in that case, the food menu probably is not in use. Then we have reports, I think, which is important to mention. It gives a very good understanding. I think Krista also mentioned reports here. For example, attendance report. So you will choose a month and you will have a very clear understanding on which child, on which day attended. And kindergartners use it to send out invoices and calculate the cost for tuition fee and maybe have just a clear overview of what is happening in the kindergarten in terms of attendance. Yeah, we have this contacts here and we have the child development. This last thing I would maybe show you, it's basically the way to evaluate the child development. In Estonia, we have an early childhood education law, which defines different kind of development goals for different children in different age groups. Every country has their own, and some countries have like private companies have created curriculums that are being used. And any curriculum in any country can be implemented in the Elise and can be used here. For example, here we have like a category, like cognitive development, and here we have like a memory. And, for example, we have one development goal, recalling recent information. And you can add additional development goals or remove some. And these development goals, of course, can be evaluated also in a different way. So if we go back to the diary and choose a child profile by clicking on a child name, this is a child profile with all the information that the child has. And you go under child development, you will see the same categories here. So basically you can evaluate it, the date, like was it like achieved or is it in progress? But again, the way you evaluate child development is very different in at least some kindergartens have like 7 different options. They evaluate with numbers and everything can be defined under the settings when Elise is being set up for the kindergarten. Because again, every kindergarten is different, every country is different, and the way you evaluate child development is very different. And of course, the results of evaluating child development can also be looked at under the reports with different kind of graphs. And this is also something that kindergartens use to, when they have these yearly meetings with the parents, they look at how well the child has developed and maybe there's some issues to talk about, and they usually look at this list. And of course, in the child profile, which is the last thing I'm going to show you, is different kind of personal information about that particular child. The parents are here, information about the parents, and also a cards section where there are different kind of cards. In Estonia, kindergartens use school readiness cards, which also Kristi mentioned earlier. This is the kind of a card which is given to the child when the child goes to the school. So the school teacher would have better understanding about the child. So basically, this kind of a card is important. But we have different kind of cards that can be created here, like speech therapy cards and special needs cards, for example. Yeah, and then we have different kind of pictures and documents which are added here, which are only about that particular child. Sometimes they even add a contract here, which is done between the kindergarten and a parent. What I can say about Elise is that if anyone would like to try it out, we are happy to add a kindergarten here and give it the possibility to try it out for free. We usually offer 1 month free trial, but we can extend it if needed. And anyone who is interested to try it out, we are happy to assist you. But we don't usually share demo accounts. We usually do a free webinar where you can actually learn on detailed level how to use it together with the teachers. And then you can try it out. If you like it, you can use it. If it's not for you, that's also fine. So that's about it. Now I'm happy to answer any of the questions you may have. I think the same with Jana-Maria and Kristi, or maybe our host have something to say before that.
Yes, I would like to thank you for that for all that information that you shared. Elise looks like it's very user friendly, and it seems like a very good tool for kindergartens. A question from my side regarding Elise. Is it used only for kindergartens, or can it be used also in the older years, in the primary years?
So Elise can be used all the educational institutions where there are no homework and grades. As soon as the child gets some homework and needs to log into platform him or herself to get some information, then Elise is not suitable anymore. So basically, nurseries, preschools, kindergartens are usually the main users of, and daycares are the main users of Elise, not schools.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Maybe I will turn to the participants and ask if maybe someone has a question for Miss Kusik or Miss Fore. They both presented a very interesting presentation. They told us, they showed us in detail about their lives. I would like also to tell you about in the chat, there is a link that my colleague Miss Alexia has posted for, if you click on it, you will get you can get you fill up a form for certificate of participation. Maybe Dr. Vella, you'd like to add something too, if there aren't any questions. I can see there's someone with their hand up. There is a question from Christian, I believe. Christian, do you have a question? I can see your hand up, or maybe that was...
I'm not seeing this.
Okay, perhaps that was a mistake.
I have a question, if you don't mind, Ruth. And I would like to ask this question to Ms. Kristi. First of all, well done for the presentation to you, to Jana-Maria, and also to Rasmus. Interesting indeed. I would suggest that Rasmus shares also his presentation, and we share it also with the participants. that we had today, if it's not a problem for him. But for Ms. Christie, I wanted to ask, during your presentation, you mentioned the services that you have of speech therapists at kinder level. You mentioned also lessons in physical education with music, in music education also. And you gave the impression that at kindergarten level, your lessons is your lessons are somewhat structured in a way. In the sense you have some form of a timetable. Am I right or am I wrong? And also you mentioned the support staff. Are these full-time personnel? Are these also educators? Thank you.
Thank you for question. I will start from the support staff. The support staff has full time, and even if the children they are supporting missing the kindergarten, they still have work in kindergarten. They can help the group in other way, and when the children comes back next day or next week, they can work with this specific children. So they have a full-time work. So the timetable of lessons, you mean in the one group or in whole kindergarten?
In the whole kindergarten, because you mentioned the PE teachers, the music teachers. So at kindergarten level, do you have more teachers apart from the kindergarten educator only?
We have in kindergarten 2 music teachers in our kindergarten and 2 physics teachers. And they, in their activities, we have timetable because all groups have to take time with these teachers. And so they have different spaces where to take their activities and timetable as well. When which group will come to take a part of this activity, and mostly they are make activities with each group 3 times a week in our kindergarten.
Thank you for clarifying. So at kindergarten level in your school, in your Estonian institution, apart from the kindergarten teacher, you have the PE teacher and also the music teacher. And also, in order that the children have these opportunities, obviously at kindergarten level, you have to have a specific timetable where both the kindergarten teacher and the PE and the music teachers also are giving their lessons during the week. And the speech therapist, you mentioned also the speech therapist, is he or she full-time also?
Yes, thank you for question. The speech therapist is full-time in our kindergarten. Actually, we have a second full-time place as well. But in Estonia, the speech therapists are very needed persons in kindergarten especially. And we don't have enough them in country. We have a challenge to get another speech therapist, even if we have the money to pay and the place for this speech therapist. So one we have and one we would like to have more, and the local government is financing it, and this is full-time work in kindergarten.
Thanks a lot. I think are there any other questions, Mr. Gould?
I cannot see anyone else. I cannot see anything in the chat, and I cannot see any hands up. Okay,
so we can conclude.
Yes, so thank you all. That was very insightful. There were some interesting facts mentioned, especially the fact that with the questions that Dr. Vella raised as well. That was very interesting for us in Malta as well. So I thank you all for your participation. I thank you all for your presentations. They were very interesting. We have learned a lot from them. In the future, we'll have more webinars, Dr. Vella, I believe. isn't it always? So I thank you for being here. Do not forget to click on the link to receive the certificate, to receive the certificates of participation. So thank you again for having this webinar. Dr. Vella?
Thank you. Thanks once again, Ms. Ruth. Thanks to Mr. Rasmus Gross, who was collaborating also with me during the past weeks in order to organize this webinar of today. We are planning other webinars on different areas, even in the near future. As we mentioned before, in the coming days, you will be receiving both the certificate of participation and also thanks also to Mr. Gross. He's going also to share with us his presentation about ELIs. And as he mentioned before, because I know that there are also childcare and kindergarten administrators present for this webinar, if you want to make use of ELIs in the coming months and weeks, I thank also Rasmus for giving us the opportunity that you can also make use of this interesting and very well planned platform. Thank you once again. Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, my behalf for everyone for participating. I enjoyed presenting Elise a lot. Thank you, Kenneth, and thank you, Ruth, and thank you, Kristi, of course, and Anna Maria. And have a nice evening to everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It was really nice.
Thank you. Have a nice evening. It was nice to meet you.